Want to work from home on your own schedule? ModSquad offers flexible moderator jobs that might be perfect for you then. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know before you apply so you can find out if this is the right opportunity for you or not. In case you don't know, my name's Michael and I have made money online for years and I have tested a lot of different methods. And many people who are looking for a flexible moderator job from home have asked me about the best way to do this, and ModSquad is one of the platforms that just keeps popping up. So in this video I'll break down exactly what ModSquad is all about, how it works, what you need to get started, who can apply and how much you can realistically expect to earn. I'll also share some honest tips plus a look at real experiences from current ModSquad moderators to help you decide if this is the right opportunity for you or not. So what is ModSquad? Let's start by going over that quickly because it is a company that's been around for years and it's working with some big name brands. If I just scroll down on the website, you can see some examples of them and you probably know some of these brands. It is, for example, big e-commerce sites to gaming communities, social media platforms. You can even see Warner Brothers, Vimeo, Harry Potter. There's a lot of different famous brands here. So ModSquad is providing online moderation and customer support and community management and social media engagement for these brands. And these brands will hire ModSquad to take care of this instead of hiring in-house employees. And by becoming one of ModSquad's mods, as they call it, you can become a freelancer who handle these tasks, like for example responding to comments, moderating discussions, answering support questions, or just helping keep online communities safe and engaging. But who can actually join? Let's go over that next. So ModSquad is pretty flexible about who can join and become a moderator, but there are a few important things you need to know. First off, you need to be at least 18 years old and have a reliable computer and internet connection. And the reason for this is that all the work here is done remotely. But they have mods from all over the world. You can see in the FAQ sections, for example, they say they have mods in over 90 countries. So it's not that you have to live in just one or two different countries to be able to apply. But it's important to be aware that you do need to have strong communication skills in English and sometimes also in other languages if you are applying for multilingual roles, for example. And overall, they are looking for people who are organized, who have good typing and communication skills, and who can be professional even when things maybe get a bit hectic, because you might be dealing with all kinds of customers and community members. But whether you're then a student looking to earn extra cash or a stay-at-home parent or someone who just wants more freedom in your work life, ModSquad could potentially be a good fit if you meet these basic criteria. But there are a few more requirements we need to talk about, so let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So the requirements is something you of course have to consider before applying, and they describe it very clearly in the FAQ section. I do like that they are quite transparent about that. Of course, as mentioned earlier, you do need a computer. It's remote work, so you also do need a stable internet connection. You also do need a mobile phone for two-factor authentication, so that's also something you just need to be aware of. Also, you are allowed to work from basically anywhere, but it does need to be private, secure, and noiseless. So it's not that you can just go and sit and work in a cafe, for example, because it doesn't really live up to these requirements. So you do need to have some kind of home office that is quiet. So that is something you just need to consider as well. There are some projects, as I mentioned here also, that do have more specific requirements, but these are the basic ones that you definitely need to live up to. And if you do, then you can consider applying. And speaking of applying, let's now talk about how you can apply. When it comes to applying, it is honestly a little bit confusing in my opinion. Because in the FAQ section, they make it sound like you need to apply to become a member of their network, and then after that you get access to an overview of the jobs you can apply for. But when you actually do click to apply here or on the website here, where they say that you can just apply now here, they both take you to this here where you can actually see the current jobs they have available. So how it works currently at the time of recording this video anyways is that you do need to go here. You can see right now there are 25 available jobs. You need to go through them. You can search by location, full-time, part-time, all these different things. So you can just go through them. You can click and read more about them. And you can also see the language requirements already in the title here. And that's just something to be aware of, that this is the current process. You would need to click. You could then read more about it. And it's a fairly good description. It describes everything here except for the salary. Usually it doesn't actually describe that here, but I'll talk more about that. I'll show you some examples of that in just a bit. And you can see for this specific one, for example, it would be 25 hours per week. So it actually does mean that it's a part-time job. Some of them are full-time, some are less. And then from here, this is where you would then need to click to apply. And then you can then use a resume, apply manually, or use my last application. But if you're just starting out, you don't have a last application, so then you would need to fill it out from scratch. So that is the current process, at least where I'm located. So you just need to have everything prepared there, have a resume, all this, and then go through the application process there and see if you get accepted. But how much can you then earn? That's of course extremely important to also consider. So when it comes to how much you can earn, it is difficult to say an exact amount, because you can see even in the FAQ section itself, it says that how much you can make depends on the project, your experience, your skills, and ultimately your performance. So there's really no indication, but I have done some more research and I will show you some examples. For example, if you go to ModSquad here on Indeed, you can see what it is indicating here. It is around $22 per hour that many people have shared their salary here, and that is what the average would be there. You can see another platform here, Glassdoor. There they say that the total pay can range between $29,000 to $48,000 per year. However, it's very important to note that the salary can vary a lot based on various criteria and also based on your location. So some people are also reporting very low earnings. For example, again, if you go to Indeed, there are some that have some quite poor reviews and say that the rates are very low and the experience are not great. So there are different experiences, but they also do have people that are very happy about it. You can, for example, see here Mods of the Month on the website. You can go and click on each of these and read their story if you want to see some stories from moderators that are already working there. But this kind of gives you an idea of the salary range. But again, there are many things that can affect this, and also be aware that there is no guarantee you can find work. As shown, there are only a limited number of positions you do need to apply, so just keep that in mind also. So in summary, while ModSquad offers flexibility and the opportunity to work from home, the pay can vary a lot. So I would suggest that you consider it a side hustle rather than a primary source of income, especially when you're first starting out. But as you can see, some positions can potentially become part-time or even full-time, but there is no guarantee you can find work, and that's important to be aware of. You do need to go through an application process, and they do have certain requirements you need to live up to. If you have tried yourself, or if you decide to try it, I would also love to hear your experiences, so please feel free to share that in the comments below. And if you don't think ModSquad is for you, then maybe what would be right for you is to create your own online business like I have, because that can give you the flexibility to work completely on your own terms. That will of course take a lot of time and effort to build it up, but if that sounds like something you're interested in, I will leave a link below to more information on my website about how you potentially can do that. Also, if you prefer just reading instead of just listening to me in a video here, I also do have a written ModSquad review, so I'll also leave a link to that below. So make sure to check that out, and also if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.